number 2 of your political science book. What is democracy and why democracy? Democracy you have been discussing since your class 3 and 4. You already know that the government which is chosen by the people, the rulers in which government are chosen by the people, is called a democratic government. Democracy is nowadays becoming a very popular form of government. The new countries that are now emerging or being formed now, they opt for the democracy generally. Otherwise, we have other types of governments also, which can be the dictatorship or the monarchy. Dictators are the rulers who are enjoying the absolute powers. Their orders are the rules. But in democracy, all the decisions are taken by people indirectly through their representatives. The representatives which are chosen by the people, they take decisions on the behalf of the people. So indirectly, the most easy definition you already know, the democracy is the type of government. Democracy is a type of government which is of people, for people, and by people. All the major decisions are taken by the people. The ultimate power rests in the hands of the people themselves, and people have the choice to choose a representative from different parties and candidates. Moreover, they have a chance after every 5 years in the form of the elections to change the government. If they are not satisfied with the government, if they are not happy with the government which is working now, they can change that government after 5 years in the general elections, which are held after every 5 years. So now democracy, in easy words you can say, the democracy is a type of government where the power rests in the hand of the people only. People have all the power to change the representatives, choose the representatives, and to take the decisions indirectly through their representatives for themselves. People govern themselves through their representatives. Okay. Further is the features of democracy. In your definition itself is given, democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. So in its features we will take these things: the rulers, elections, and the people, and the type of government or the form of the government. These are the features of the democracy described in the definition itself. First of all, the rulers. The people who rule the whole country, they are themselves are the people chosen as representatives who further become the rulers from those chosen representatives. So these rulers are elected by the people. The first feature of the democracy is the rulers. Second one is elected elections. Elections are must for a democratic system. In a country, there are no elections, no chance is given to people to choose a representative, so that government cannot be called a democratic government. So elections are must in a democratic system. If there are no elections, there is no democracy. Third feature of the democracy is the people. If there is no power in the hands of people, even then we cannot say the country is a democratic country. So most important, the most powerful, the feature of the democracy is the people. If there are no people, no powers in the hands of the people, it cannot be a democratic country. The people should have powers in their hands in the form of the choosing representatives, taking part in the decision making process of the country, and an option to change the representatives also if they are not satisfied with the government or the chosen representatives. Number 4 is the form of the government. Form of the government means which is the government working in the country. It should be democratic in the nature. That means The type of the government which is ruling in the country should work for the welfare of the people, work for the people, and should be working through the representatives of the elected representatives which are elected by the people. The type of the government should be democratic. If there is no democracy in the type of the government chosen, so there will be no democracy in the country itself. The type of the government should be also democratic, chosen through a democratic process, and the rulers should be elected or representing the people through the elections. Those should be chosen or elected, and they should form a government which is called a democratic type of government. Further, you have been given some definitions on the next page. Definitions you have to learn as is given in the book, so you can learn an easy one, any two easy one definitions. Okay. Next, you have been given the features of democracy that we have been discussed now. And the major decisions by elected leaders is the next heading in your book. Major decisions taken by the elected representatives or leaders means the decisions that are taken in the government should be taken by the elected representatives. If those decisions are not taken by those representatives democratically, taking the suggestions of all those people, knowing the opinion of, without knowing the opinion of all those people, without getting the consent of all those representatives, so we cannot say that the government is a democratic type of government. There you have been given the example of Pakistan here in your book. We got independence, India and Pakistan got independence at the same time, in the same year. Both opted to have a democratic type of government after the independence. But after the independence, still, we are successfully being able to continue the democratic process in the country through the elections and choosing representatives, making democratic type of government. Okay. As for Pakistan is concerned, when they form a democratic government in the country after the independence, it lasted not for long, and soon after the government, democratic government was overpowered by military. So all the processes, democratic processes that take place in Pakistan also. Elections are conducted, representatives are chosen, the government is formed, Prime Minister is also chosen from the elected representatives. But still, when we talk about the decision making power, that power rests in the hand of the military in Pakistan. So we cannot say that Pakistan is a democratic country or they have a democratic type of a form of government. We got independence at the same time. We opted for the same type of processes in the country, democratic process or democratic form of government. But Pakistan, they cannot be called a democratic country because the major decisions in the country are taken by the military, and the prime minister's decisions are also influenced by the military. And in country of India, we have a full-fledged and successful democratic system. We have still continuous elections in the India after every 5 years. Representatives are chosen. We have democratic bodies in the form of the election commission, and we have in all the institutions also at the basic level, fundamental level, we have the democratic processes to follow and choose the representatives. Next, your topic is the free and fair electoral competition that we will discuss in your tomorrow's class, next class. Okay.